Now it's time for today's perspective. And my guest today is a woman who shot to fame in the Arab world now 15 years ago. And she's been continuing to entertain and delight audiences ever since. The Tunisian-American artist Emel Mathlouthi became known as the voice of the Arab Spring as uprisings against the authorities sprang up in one country after another. She's in concert here in Paris this Friday. Her debut album then in 2011 with Kelmti Horra, or My World is Free, a song that really became an anthem for freedom. Well, we're going to talk about her more recent work as well. But first of all, let's have a listen to a little extract. This is from one of her crowning moments at the 2015 Nobel Peace Prize concert. Wow, what an occasion, what a voice as well. Fabulous, little goosebumps. I mean, we were just talking about it. You must get, the memories of that concert from 10 years ago come flooding back.
Yes, it's a very, very special performance. And it's also kind of like a full circle moment from a song that was born in my little kitchen in my studio in Tunis to being at the Nobel Peace Prize ceremony and concert with a 66-piece orchestra in front of thousands of people. And then later on, I don't know, like how many people watched that performance, and still to this day, people keep reporting to me that how struck they were, how moved they were, and that just comforts me in what I've always believed in.
When you look back, I mean, the Arab Spring was happening just as I started here at France 24, actually, and we were covering it, obviously, so much all the time. I mean, what are your thoughts? Because on the one hand, your song was really at the heart of what was happening. At the same time, regimes were falling, and of course, there was a lot of violence. People were being killed as well. I mean, does it? How do you kind of look back on what happened at that point?
I look back with a lot of admiration because something very beautiful was accomplished. It was accomplished with blood, sweat, and tears, but it was something strong and something coming from the people, for the people. And the fight goes on. And we probably know much more than we did now. So there's no going back. Even though things might seem a little bit darker, but to me, I think that people are much more aware and much more united than before.
Well, after that success, you certainly didn't stop there. Continue to entertain very much. Let's have a listen now to another of your major successes. This is from just 5 years ago. It's called Home or A Dream.
لو كنت مغمض عيني وتاخذني الأحلام من ايديا ونعلى ونحلق في سما جديدة وننسى الوجايع لو كنت مسافر في خيالي نزرع ونبني قصور يكبر فيها الحب وآمالي ونمحي الآلام.
Again, it's a very beautiful sound, a very simple sound as well, a very simple video as well, but the passion in your face kind of sums it up. It's all it needs, isn't it?
Yes, I mean, I obviously wasn't expecting all the reactions that keep, coming about this music, but again, it just comforts me in the idea that music can speak to anybody in any form, in the most immediate ways. And that's really the quest that I'm pursuing. Like, I want to put more music and more passion in the world than hatred and violence.
You talked earlier about when you were composing in your kitchen. I mean, where does that come from in you? Where does the music, where's that seed come from, if you like, that's grown into what you've become?
I think it's just always been there in me, like from as far as I remember. Obviously, I was raised in a house where I grew up listening to Vivaldi and Beethoven, and also a house where activism was something that I got to learn very early on, and just like standing up for what's right. So I think both of them went hand in hand very quickly, but I think also I was always inhabited with music and melodies and words.
And the latest album, it's called MRA, basically means woman. It's about female empowerment, basically, isn't it? I mean, why did you want to pick particularly on that?
Because I just realized that I have been kind of naive all these years, and that I was not free. I've always wanted to fight for freedom, but I realized that as a woman, I haven't really done much for other women. And because we're very oppressed, and we've always been oppressed, we're the most oppressed people of all time, I realized that I really needed to do something, and that something was to share other women's voices and to share my platform with them, give them opportunities. And I feel that my work has never resonated as much, and there's so much originality, there's so much going on in the music and in the production. I think this is one of the strongest albums I've ever made. I'm so grateful to the 30 women that are that made this work what it is.
I mean, you worked just with women on it as well.
Yes, it was a very conscious decision, and if I wasn't stubborn enough, because everyone kept saying, like, you don't work with women just to work with women, but if I didn't insist on that, I would have given up, because it's always easier, to find men. And I wanted to break the cycle of male dominance, especially in our industry, in the music industry, just to have a fair sound, actually. Like, what people are listening to is not fair, because the world is not fair, because women have not enough space, don't have enough space to simply just raise their voices. So this is what this is where it's come ultimately for me.
And speaking about that, has that caused you difficulties, notably with men?
Sorry?
Have you had, has it caused you difficulties with men? Have you had anger from men, I suppose, why the way you're speaking out?
I mean, like I said, I have been naive, but now thinking about it, yes, I don't have the same space. I've had many issues to push my vision and my ideas. I feel like it's always easier to hate on a woman because she's just being who she's supposed to be. I've had many male collaborators throughout my career which are still collaborating with me. I'm not anti-man, but I don't think we're going to reach any peace in the world as long as women are oppressed. This is basically the bottom line for me.
Yeah. In concert in Paris on Friday, I mean, will those messages, do you think, that you've given us today come across in that concert?
Oh, we have so many messages. It's going to be like a big explosion of messages. Yeah. Well, I think I'm going to be presenting a little bit of a diverse repertoire. Obviously, I'm going to present Mra, but I'm also going to be looking back. And because to me, it's very important to tell the story of other women. I carry the legacy of other women, including my grandma, who wasn't allowed to go to school, who was married very early. So I'm going to be talking very loudly about colonization, because this is a wound that has never been repaired. We're still living the aftermath of colonization, of patriarchy. So this is all very important. But at the same time, I want to represent the beauty of my culture, of my people, if I can say that. Everyone that feels represented by me, by who I am, but by what I'm talking about. So it's just going to be like a beautiful bouquet of outspoken, big ideas, a lot of emotions, love, hope.
And that will sum it all up for you. Perfect. Thank you very much for coming
Thank
in and talking to us. The concert is Friday night. It's at La Cigale here in Paris. Enjoy it. And if you want to go, you know where it is. La Cigale. There you go. There's the poster for that concert on Friday night. Thanks very much once again.
Thank you.